understand that if you have to see some business coming in, you have to promote this business on internet, right? And you have understood some of the popular channels as well, correct? Which are those popular channels where you can promote your business? SEO, yeah. Then what is content marketing? Then display marketing. Then email marketing, yeah. Social media marketing, yeah. Affiliate marketing, okay. Marketplaces, good. App store in case if you have an application, okay, right? So here is a quick summary, and then we again understood the different types of marketing, right? Push marketing and pull marketing. Now you all are in a position to understand which is a push marketing channel and which is pull marketing channel, right? And now if you own a website, here are few things that which you should be doing in order to get the business from internet. One is search engine optimization, search engines. So promote your business on search engines such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, Yandex, Baidu, DuckDuckGo, and many other. There are few tens of search engines. It's not just Google, right? What are the search engines? Search engines are the platforms or websites which has a huge repository of information that is collected proactively by the bots and is made accessible to the public on simple queries, made accessible to public on simple queries, and provides everything that the user is looking for or the information for their respective issue related questions. It's difficult to understand if I read like this, okay? So search engines are simply servers with lots of information. How did they get that information? They got that information by writing a program, right? So bot knows, the Google knows that the information is on server, internet server, right? So they wrote a program to get all that information from the internet server to their server. It's something like always it was my dad who was telling the price of the products. So what happens now? Now I'll start remembering all of that by myself, and even I can start when somebody asks what is the price of this laptop or what is the price of this TV, what is the price of this mixer, I'll be able to tell, because how did that happen? I cannot. It's not that I'll be. My dad will be always telling the price if somebody asks for it. Let's assume we have a store, electronic store, and my dad knows prices of all the products. Now my dad is not at the shop. Even you can store that information and you can also speak about it. Correct. Same way now, information is on internet server, but people doesn't know from where to get, how to get. So what? That's when Google came into the picture. Search engines came into the picture. They have all the information. They tell you, just ask me, I will tell, right? So let's take another example. I need a 2 BHK house. How will I figure it out? How will I find it? Now take an offline scenario. Now I will meet an agent or a house broker where this person will have all the information on his mind. I'll ask you, are there any houses in HSR? He will tell, yes, yes, there are 5 houses. I'll show it to you. Correct? How is it telling? From where did he get that information? House owners must have proactively given to him, or he himself designates as an agent or a broker. That's why people would have given it to him, or he must be having certain method of understanding which all properties are available on rent in HSR layout. Correct? And now you ask this person, he will tell. And you will you be able to really find it by yourself quickly? No, right? And you need somebody to help you. Correct? And now this person will tell you where are the houses. Same way now search engines will tell you when you search for rent a washing machine, rent a refrigerator, home remedy for headache, which website you should be reading, where you should be going to get this information. You don't know, correct? Now search engines will help you to understand. So let's look at this rent washing machine. It's telling that you can rent from City Furnish, Furlenco, Guaranteed, Renticle, Rent Mojo. But there are so many websites which are renting out. Were you aware of these names? Were you aware of these names? And will you be able to go to this website directly? You won't be able to go to those websites directly until unless somebody educates you about that there is something like that exists. Correct? Otherwise, you cannot find them. Correct? So search engines are helping you to do that now. Correct? What are the search engines? If you have to define the search engines, how will you define? They are simply the platforms which has a database or repository or a server that stores all the information, right? And when somebody asks for it, it's going to display that information, correct? So now I must have stored information about 2 BHK, 3 BHK villas. And if you're asking about 2 BHK, I'll pick only 2 BHK related information from my mind and I'm going to tell yes, there are 6 houses available. If you're asking about villa, yes, I'll tell there are 25 villas available in Electronic City. Correct? I'm picking only that information. Now how amazing it is, right? Your brain picks only that information, correct? Correct? You all are listening in the class, but you will be still able to tell if I ask you about what has happened in the morning at your home, you will be able to tell. So your memory, your information is organized in such a way when I ask you for that explicit specific thing, you'll be able to speak about it, correct? So the search engines also function the same way, right? How do they get that information? We're going to discuss them in detail. Okay. So today we'll be starting with search engines, everything in detail, and before that we'll understand social media platforms. Any platform. What is social media? Social media, first thing that comes to your mind is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Quora, right? But these are not the only social media platforms. Any website on the internet that connects or brings people together, allows them to engage with the content or information, allows them to share their ideas, opinions, and information, right? Any website that does this is called as social media, allows them to form groups and browse the content or information. Any platform that brings people together, that allows them to exchange the information, allows to share their ideas, opinions on the website, that's called as social media platform. That basically helping or connecting different people, helping you to connect with somebody else. A website that's doing it is a social media platform. Okay. So maps or business listing. If you are a local business, you can list your business on maps, and your business will be shown to people who are looking for services in those locations that you will provide. Right. So local businesses directories is part of local businesses. You can list your business on platforms like Suleka, Just Dial, India Mart, Trade India, and many more places, and you can get some business out of it. You can list your business on the news platforms as well. Any portal or website that publishes the content regularly and has a large set of audience base and allows businesses to promote their ads. Marketplaces, you all know again. Email applications, you know how to. This is all about the quickly. These are some of the activities which you can do to promote your business. Correct? Now today we will get started with the search engines. Right? Right? See, did you ever wonder how is this Google getting this information exactly? You search for anything, and Google gets at least few websites. See now, it has got one, two, three websites, at least three websites. Correct? How is this Google able to get this information? Who is this Google? Who is this Google? Google is any other website, right? But the difference between that website and this website is, so look at this. This website also has search engine. Before we discuss about Google in depth, I'll quickly show you some examples. This website, so look at this. Do you all know how this works? Even they have stored all the data or information based on the terms that match with tomato. They're showing all the products, right? See here it is simple. This is their own website and they know what they are storing and what they are not storing. They can store all of this by themselves through a content management system, correct? So they will allow the sellers also to upload the products from the backend, correct? See, Big Basket is uploading the products. The customers are uploading the products by themselves to Big Basket website. Or Big Basket themselves are selling so many products and they are uploading it and they are showing only the products that are sold by them. This doesn't show products sold by Zepto or Blinkit, correct? And but this is also a search engine only. This is also a search engine, but this is a search engine specific to big basket and only for that website. But when it comes to this, see, google.com is also a search engine. Google.com. See, now go to the Google. This is colorful. Big basket is colorful, right? This website is colorful and they are showing a lot of things in the top. But Google doesn't show you so many things like that. It just says, boss, just start searching what you want. And moreover, the second difference is it's not going to give you only the information that's specific to Google. There is no information related to Google, specific to Google. That might be 0.000000001 percentage, even if there is anything related to Google, right? Compared to the amount of information that it shows, you search for anything, and do you think they all belong to Google? No, they are all just so buy tomato online. So look at this, all these are different websites, correct? Correct. So you do a digital marketing training. Do you know that? Obviously, you will go to Google and search, right? Obviously, you will go to Google and search when you don't know from where you have to purchase, correct? So now Google is helping you to find the websites. Now my question is, how did Google get all this information? Did all these website owners call to Google and told to Google to provide their information? How is Google getting all this information? See, now as a business, you know that if you are here or if you are here anywhere, you're going to get lots of business. You know how much people get to, how much business they make from this search engine? Just from Google, I know people making 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crores every month. Just from Google, companies make 10 crores worth of business, 20 crores worth of business every month. There are companies which make just 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh businesses from Google. If you are on Google, you'll make, in fact, most of you whomsoever have registered for this training have come from Google only. You found us on Google or Bing, correct? That means we are also making business from Google, correct? Correct. So now we all understand being shown up on Google is very important. And as a digital marketer, you have to understand how can I show here in the top. This is called as product listing ad. How can I show organic search results SEO? You have to understand how can you make it show your website in the top. What should you be doing, right? Right. It's very simple. So if you have to explore a new country, you have to completely get to know the information about that country, right? Which languages they speak, which currencies they use, which flights you have to take. Correct? Correct, guys? Are you all following me?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So same way now, if you are expecting to make a presence on Google search engine, you have to understand what is this Google, how does that work. Correct? So if you understand, it's super easy to crack it. Correct? If you understand a chapter or a subject, it's super easy to crack the exam. If you understand the person, it's super easy to deal that person, correct? Now same way, if you understand who are these search engines, how do they function, what makes them to show our websites in the top, if you could understand all these things, it's super easy to make the website. You can see now it's a rocket science for you. You don't know how our website's coming in the top. So now look at this website. This can be brought to the top in just few days, few weeks of time. How can I assure that? Because I know how it works. Correct? I can assure that showing the website ad here, I can assure showing the business here, I can assure showing the business here as well. Why? How can I assure? Why am I assuring? Because I know how it works, right? Because I know how it works, right? So now we are also going to understand how it works, and it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be quite interesting. Okay. So now my simple question to all of you is, Google is showing so much information here, right? So much information here. How is Google getting all this information or details to show here? Got it, this algorithm. So it is telling that website owner will give the information to Google.
Yeah, they promote their website in the Google.
How do they do that? See, forget about. Let's get started with this one. Organic results. Forget about this. This is paid. So paid. If it's a paid, we are going to input to Google. Okay. Forget about the paid one for now. Let's go with the organic results that you see here. Right. Let's talk about these results. Let me take. Okay. You see these websites, right? So how are they coming in the top? How is that Google showing only these websites when there are hundreds of websites? Forget about hundreds of websites. How is Google getting this information first of all? Are you giving a phone call to Google and telling Google, I have a big website. Come take that website and show it on Google. Or even before, yeah. First, let's discuss this one only. Anybody, guys? How is Google getting this information? How is Google getting this information? Nobody knows. Online joinees, offline joinees. How is Google getting that information?
So might be through content.
Might be through content. Content.
Content, it is the information which you have provided out
No,
on the
that's
like
what say content or information. It's information, but how is Google getting that information?
so like we can say like if you are searching for a you have searched for a US and the designing course.
Correct,
There might be like these websites might contain these
correct,
keywords
correct,
and
correct.
information
You
about
are
it.
correct, but how is Google getting these websites? Is my first question. See, it's not about how is Google showing up here. Forget about this one. See, if Google is showing up here, it has to see. If I'm asking you, what is two nines? What is two into nine? So to tell that two nines are 18 or 2 into 9 is equal to 18, somebody has fed that information to your brain long ago, right? So you are unable to speak that only once that information is fed to your brain, correct? Correct. See, same way Google is speaking or Google is showing to you, but that must have understood about it, right? See, without information, how is Google showing it to you? See, now Google is showing to me, I'm searching UI UX design course, PAP, whether that is based on the keyword or whatsoever. Google is showing on this interface, correct? So if it has to show, it has to own it, correct? How did that get information? How did it get that information? How is Google getting that information? That's my question. See, the purpose of we discussing internet servers, internet, web, is to understand these things. I mean, basically, understanding these things makes it quite simple. Okay, so I'll tell you how Google gets that information. So we all know any website that you want to build, you're going to put it on internet server, correct? You will have a host that's connected to the internet, right? It means now this website is accessible by anybody. abc.com. If you're building a website, if you're hosting this website, anybody can now access this website by typing abc.com because that's on the internet server and it's accessible for everybody, correct? Every single website that's on the earth is on the internet server and anybody can use or browse those websites freely, correct? Correct. So now same way what Google has done, now how a real user can type abc.com and go to abc.com and explore the website. So maybe let me do that. abc.com, I don't know if that is there or not. abc.com, abc.com, it's there, right? American Idol live stream the next all new episode. Okay, something. I don't know what is this website about, but I typed abc.com and I'm able to access it. See, I did not knew. I just tried some website and I'm able to access. Obviously, search engines will be also able to access this information. To understand that, let's take this example. See, but as a real user, I'm using. Yeah. So now, let me call this as. I'll call this as internet server, right? All websites are accessible here, correct? And hence you are typing abc.com or xyz and you are accessing it. Now, same way, Google is going to see, Google is also going to access all these websites, right? So now what Google does is Google, let's assume, so Google also, this is internet server. This is internet server. I'll write here again, internet server, right? Again here, I'll call this as Google server. This is Google server. Okay. So now let me keep it like this. Okay. So now what Google server is doing? So now Google server, this is Google front end, or maybe I'll put this Google front end here. Okay. So see, for your website also there are two components, right? For any website that you take, this is domain name and this is actually connected to your host or to the backend or to your server, correct? Even this website has a server, correct? Hosting, that's nothing but hosting. Same way now Google front end, google.com, and even this has its server, correct? And this is where this is where all the information is stored. So I'll have to use some line graphs. Insert. I don't know if I'll be able to paste it or not. I don't think I'll be able to correct this one. Yeah. So okay, something came in here. Okay, let's assume you are searching here something typing, and now it goes to a query goes to Google server and it sends back all the information. Now that's what is happening here as well. So if I'm searching for anything, right? Look at this. If I'm searching for anything, so this information is actually sitting on the server or on the database DB. And we all know a website is built, front end is built using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, back end is built using one of the programming languages. And if it's a dynamic website, all the data will be sitting on database. And whenever you search for something, it comes from database. to the front end, right? Like this. For some reason it's not loading. Okay. So now my question is, if it is showing up here, it should have that information here, correct? So how is that getting information? So it actually writes, see, Google has written a piece of code, a program. A program. What is the work of this program? It's something like a program on your washing machine or refrigerator. After 20 minutes, it turns off automatically. After reaching the temperature, it turns off automatically, correct? After washing, it rinses, correct? It rinses the cloth, correct? It dries the cloth, correct? And you can set the timer for your washing machine. After 30 minutes, it stops, correct? So all that is happening through a program. There are microprocessors, microcontrollers, and there will be a piece of code instructing this microprocessor controllers to perform that function, right? So same way now, Google has written a piece of code. What is the work of that code? So that code goes to the internet server, like how human beings go to any website on the internet. That piece of code goes to internet server, and it starts reading all the information available to it. Internet is open, right? So the work of this program is to keep visiting various kinds of websites, read them, and get a copy to internet server back. They read all the information and they get a copy to Google server back. Are you all getting it? Are you all getting it, guys? It's something like this. You will go to a new movie released, you will go to a movie theater, you will watch it, and you will store a copy of it on your mind. And now when your friend or somebody asks you what happens after interval, or what is before interval, and what happens after that fight, correct, you will be able to tell it, correct? Right? Right? Now same way, this program which they are sending it to internet server reads everything that's visible to it. like if all 10 of you are going to movie, will all of you will be able to replicate the story exactly? Some scenes you will miss out, some will tell very well, correct? Correct. Now this bot reads everything that's visible to it and gets a copy back to Google server. It brings back a copy to Google server, stores that information very organized. And now if I ask you what happened after interval, now same way now I am asking here, buy shoes online. See, on internet it must have read about shoes, it must have read about tomatoes, it must have read about digital marketing, anything that comes to its path. It's just blindly navigating, like you must have seen, right, like how a river flows downstream. So it's just flowing in one stream and suddenly it sees five paths, and water flows in all five different paths as well, correct? Correct? Same way, we call this program as bot. This piece of program whose work is to go to internet server, read the information, and brings back a copy to Google server. We call that as bot. What is bot doing? We call that as a Google bot. What is Google bot? Google bot, the definition is, it's a small machine or a piece of program which which goes to the internet server, reads the information, gets back a copy to Google server. Guys, any confusion here? Are you all understanding it? See, Googlebot has seen this particular website and so many web pages pertaining to this website. So this indicates when Googlebot visited internet server, it has read so many pages pertaining to this website, and it has taken a copy of this web pages and stored it on the server. I'll show you for you how it is storing the copy. So this is how do we see if it is stored on the Google server or not. Do you observe this? So now if you look at this was the original web page, learnandthrive.com/marketing, correct? Now Google has stored a copy of it, web cache. Web cache is nothing but a copy of this page, a copy of this page, right? When did it last visit? 9:33:35 GMT. So last time Google has visited this web page on 21st February. Today is 4th March. That is almost 9 days plus 3 days, 12 13 days back. So Google has visited this web page 12 to 13 days back. It has read this page completely and it has taken a copy to its server. This web page, Google bot has visited this web page, read all the information and taken a copy to its server. Now on Google server it is stored. Since it is stored on Google server, it is able to show up here. If it is not stored on Google server, it won't be able to show up here, right? Now, how did that get this copy of this web page? See, do you see any difference between this and this? No, right? This is learnanddrive.com/marketing, and now look at this marketing. Yeah, please. So, say, let's say I got. That's what we are discussing. You have put it on internet server, somewhere else you have put. That is internet server, that somewhere else is internet server. Now Google's work is nothing but, see, Google is intentionally going to internet server and taking a copy by itself. You are not telling to Google, regardless of that, Google by itself. See, sometimes will you tell a fight or quarrel happening in the family to anyone outside people? They only show interest and understand, right? They only come watch, correct? They only proactively see, okay, did you and your husband fight? Did you and your wife fight? Was your dad scolding you today? Was your mom? Why was your mom scolding you? Did you tell them that your mom has scolded you? You did not tell to anyone, and these people with extra interest have observed that your mom scolding you, correct? Your dad scolding you. They'll come and ask, why did your dad scold you? Correct? Same way Google bot work is to peep into the internet server, right? Why is that doing? Because it has working on the goal of showing people the business or website. Now let's assume a messenger. Messenger is not a chat messenger, Facebook messenger or Instagram messenger. Like in police departments, right? There will be what you call that person as secret agent, right? So how do they collect information? What is their work? They will be in the job only when they get all that secret information, correct? How will they get? Somehow they will ask that person, and they will only observe, they will only do so many things, right? Same way now, if you're searching something on Google and if Google has to show, correct? If Google has to show all these results, Google has to Google has to get it to its server first. How is Google getting it to its server? That's what Google has written a small piece of code, like it's a agent. It's a secret agent. There is no more secrecy here. Google has written a small piece of code. That small piece of code goes to internet server, reads all the information, brings back a copy, like how a photographer goes. See, will he get the lion to the office? If he is a wildlife photographer, he will take the camera, he will shoot the photo, and he will tell, okay, this is the lion that I have seen. This lioness was with his with her two cubs, three cubs, correct? Is he really getting the lion to office? He just took a photo of it and he just brings that photo to the office and demonstrate or explains, this is lion, this is lioness, this is lioness cubs. There are four cubs, correct? Same way now Google is going to the internet server. It's not getting the complete website to its server. The website is not getting hosted on Google now. It is just taking a photo, snapshot. See, that's what it's written. It's a Google cache, or somewhere it's written a snapshot. Yeah, it is a snapshot of the page as it appeared on 21st. Now you will take a photo of lioness which is feeding its two cubs. Today is 4th March. And after 14th March, you will go, the lion won't be over there, correct? Hence, on photo, this is as on so and so date. This date, the website has marketing here, and by today, it would have got changed to digital marketing instead of marketing. So Google is playing safe. It is a snapshot of the page as it appeared on 21st February. If it had crawled today, I'll show you some other. This one might have crawled yesterday or today. It's showing for not for 26th February, right? If you see some other website, it might have crawled it on sometimes yesterday only, hour back, 2 hours back also it's possible. Right? Google bot will be constantly visiting these websites. So spelling is wrong. See, on my computer there are photos, which all with these photos are all belonging to all of us. We all would have been to a trip. Now, how will you take a copy of these photos to your computer or to your phone? You will use a pen drive, correct? A USB cable, correct? Or maybe I will transfer it through Bluetooth, or maybe we transfer, or I'll upload it to cloud, Google Photos, or somewhere, and you will download it from there, correct? There's so many methods of transferring the information from one place to another place, correct? So now, if Google had come and asked you, maybe even you would have given to Google in a pen drive about your website, correct? Or maybe in some other method, correct? Now, Google is not going to ask you, and you are also not going to tell to Google, correct? So, what Google has done, it has built a mechanism or easy way of collecting the information or details pertaining to your website. So, what it does, it goes to the place on your where your website is hosted. It goes to internet server. It starts reading all of the information by itself and takes a copy to its server, correct? Now the moment you copy all of these photos, our photos, all of our photos, we would have all gone to a dream trip, and you will copy those photos to your computer, and let's say some of the photos are saved by your name, and now if you search on your computer by your name, the photos will appear, correct? Correct. Now look at this, how the search works. So now there are files. Since I'm searching by that name and the file is showing up, correct? Now let's take this scenario, right? On your mobile phone, if you go and search my name, you may not find any contact details because you may have not stored that information. Now this information can be stored in multiple ways. I will tell you orally my number is so and you can manually store it, correct? Or I can send it to you, or somebody can send it to you on WhatsApp, and you will just click add to contacts, correct? There's so many ways of storing the contacts, correct? Same way the information is coming to Google server when Google bot is going to the internet server, crawling it and taking back a copy by itself. Now think of, if I have to save a number on my phone, your number, I will write a program where my phone will automatically connect with your phone over Bluetooth, and it automatically reads all the data from your phone and takes a contacts copy to my phone, right? It's exactly something like that, correct? So tell me guys, on your phone, if you type M, which contact will show first? When your phone has saved Manjunath, Manoj, Mukesh, Mahesh, all these kinds of names. So let me write it here. Guys, you all understood right now how Google is getting the information, right? Now here, let's take an example. On your phone, there are names like Manju, Manoj, Mahesh, Madhav, Mukesh, Madhu. Now tell me, on your phone, the moment you type M, which contact will show up first to you of all this? There are one, two, three, four, five. Six. Six contacts. One second. Even before that, let's finish off this. Now you all understood, right? Googlebot is going to internet server, correct? And it's reading all the information and it's bringing a copy and it's storing into Google server, correct? And now from front end, when you're asking for it, it's showing it to you. It's something like you storing contacts on your mobile phone, correct? And your searching interface is different. You will go to the contact search now and you will search from there. And this contact would have got stored on SIM card or on the phone memory, correct? Or on your email whatsoever. Now it's still showing, always shows at the same place, correct? You all understood, correct? Right? Yeah. When you are searching for it, it's going to show it to you, right? Now tell me which name is going to show you first on your mobile phone when you type M. Why Madhav? Correct. See, on your phone it's going to be alphabetical order and this is going to show this one first. Second, huh? Yes. Third, it will be Mahesh, man. Three. H after H only K, right? Correct. Four. H I J K L M N. N. Now tell me of these two, which one will be fifth and sixth?
For Mukesh, sixth, sir.
Mukesh will be
Sixth.
sixth. Which one will be first as per you?
The first is Madhu, second is Madhu, third is Mahesh, fourth is Manju,
No, no,
fifth is
no, 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 no. Fourth won't be Manju. Ah, correct, 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 correct. You are correct. Fourth will be Manju.
Manju,
Fifth
fifth
will be
Madhu,
yes,
sixth Mukesh.
correct. So this is how it works on your mobile phone, correct? When all these contacts are saved on your mobile phone, this is how it works. Now, same way when so many websites are stored on this Google server, let's assume this is your like your SIM card. On SIM card, you store the contacts, right? Or on your phone memory. So now let's assume your Google server is also something like this. The only difference is here. Here you are feeding all this data by yourself by asking the person, boss, tell me your number. I'm going to save it or store it. Now, coming to Google server, it's not going to ask. It's simply going to internet server. Whatever is coming to its vicinity, it's going to read all of it. Now you're walking in a street. You're walking in a street and you will remember that's a restaurant, that's a bakery, this is a hotel, this is a pub, right? Are they telling it to you? You're observing and you are making note of everything. And when I ask you, if I'm coming to your town, to your place, and if I ask you where is the bus stand, if I ask you where is the government office, if I ask you where is the collector office, you will be able to tell me, correct? Did collector come and tell to you where is his office? If I ask you where is the saloon, did saloon guy come and tell to you where is the saloon? In your street, you would have naturally observed all of those things, correct? Same way, a bot which goes to the internet server observes all of them that comes. See, do you have any format that I should not save the information about the saloon in my area? I should not store a supermarket information in my area. I'll only see institutes. No, it's not like that. While walking in the street, whatever comes to your visibility, you will see all of them, correct? And you will start remembering them, correct?